Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we're diving into some really powerful ideas from Ranuka Gavrani's book, The Art of Being Alone. We're going to explore how we can totally transform our relationship with being by ourselves, and more importantly, with ourselves.
You know, this line right here from the book's cover, it just perfectly sets the stage for what we're talking about. The whole goal is to make this huge shift, to go from feeling like being alone is a punishment, like you're trapped in a cage, to feeling like solitude is your home, a place you actually want to be.
And look, this isn't some fluffy, feel-good topic. We're talking about something that has a real physical impact on our health. The book kicks off with this stat, and it is absolutely shocking. Think about it. Being lonely can be as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That just makes it crystal clear how high the stakes really are.
All right, so if we want to break out of this loneliness cage, we've got to figure out how we got locked in there in the first place, right? What is at the root of this really deep, kind of universal fear of being on our own?
Well, the author talks about something I think a lot of us can probably relate to. Just think back to school, the cafeteria. There was always that one person eating by themselves, right? And what did everyone call them? The weirdo. That fear of being judged, of looking pathetic, it gets baked into us when we're super young. But here's a quote that really flips that fear on its head. It suggests the problem isn't actually about other people at all. It's about that voice in our own heads, the inner critic that's constantly imagining what everyone else is thinking. But the truth, most people are way too wrapped up in their own stuff to be paying that much attention to us.
Okay, so if it's not really about other people judging us, then what's really going on? This is where we get to the absolute core of the book's message. The real source of that lonely feeling runs way deeper than just not having people around.
And boom, here it is. This is the big idea that changes everything. The book redefines loneliness. It's not about being without people. It's about the feeling you get when you can't find yourself. It's that empty feeling that comes from always trying to be someone you're not, just to please other people. And this right here really shows you what that internal battle looks like. On one side, you have the real you, your actual thoughts, feelings, all of it. And on the other, you've got the mask you wear, the acceptable version you put on for everyone else. The author argues that the bigger that gap gets, the lonelier you feel, even in a crowded room.
Wow. I mean, this quote from the author just hits hard, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that deep ache you can feel, not for an ex, not for a friend, but for the person you used to be before you started hiding parts of yourself away.
All right, so if the problem is losing touch with who we are, then the solution, well, it's got to be finding our way back, right? That's the key to the cage. But how do we actually do that? Thankfully, the book gives us a super clear roadmap. So the book gives us this awesome 3-step game plan. It all starts with self-acceptance. And I mean real self-acceptance, embracing all of you, not just the shiny, good parts. Then, it's about making self-knowledge a lifelong journey, always being curious about yourself. And I love this 3rd step. Start by figuring out who you are not. You know, sometimes knowing what you stand against is the fastest way to figure out what you truly stand for.
And let's be clear about something. This whole self-love thing, it's not about bubble baths and fancy skincare, right? The book makes a great point that real self-love is the messy, difficult, but incredibly rewarding work of looking at your flaws and all your imperfections and saying, yeah, that's part of me too, and that's okay.
Okay, so we're doing the inner work. We're starting to reconnect with ourselves. Now what? How do we take that and apply it to our actual time alone? This next part is all about shifting from just surviving solitude to actually thriving in it, to make it something you genuinely look forward to. The first big idea here is to create your own joy. Don't just sit around and wait for something fun to happen or for someone to entertain you. Be proactive about it. The author talks about just taking walks in the evening to find cool things in her city. It's about building those small moments of happiness for yourself, by yourself. Next up, turn your alone time into learning time. The author shares how she learned to crochet. When you get totally absorbed in learning something new, there's no room to feel lonely. Your time is suddenly filled with focus, with a challenge, and that incredible feeling of getting better at something. And this next one, man, it is so important today. Use your alone time to feed your brain. Instead of just mindlessly scrolling through social media and comparing your life to everyone else's, you could make a conscious choice to fill your mind with stuff that actually lights you up.
And the best part?
It's never been easier to do this. You can dive into books about anything you want, get lost in a podcast that inspires you, have your mind totally blown by a great TED Talk, or even just go down a rabbit hole researching something you've always been curious about. It's about making learning an adventure again.
Okay, let's bring it all home. How do we pull all these amazing ideas together and create a real practical action plan for ourselves? How do we make our alone time a legit period of personal growth without getting totally overwhelmed?
Well, the plan in the book is just so simple, it's brilliant. 3 steps. First, just pick one thing. Don't try to fix your whole life at once. What's the single biggest thing you want to work on? Second, set one clear daily action to tackle it. And third, and this is my favorite part, sync with your nature. Forget the 5 a.m. clubs if you're a night owl. Work when you feel most creative. That's how you make it stick. You know, this quote from Wayne Dyer really says it all, doesn't it? This is the end goal. It's not about running from loneliness or filling every second with noise. It's about building such a good relationship with yourself that you actually become your own best friend. So I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. What if you started to see your alone time completely differently? Not as something to dread, but as your secret weapon, your biggest opportunity to grow, to create, and to finally get to know the real you. What would you do with that time then?